Most people say they believe in God. Very few have ever asked what that belief really means. Is belief truth, or is it just borrowed comfort, passed down by society, religion, and tradition? What if believing is not the way to God? What if belief is actually the barrier? This video is not about faith, not about religion, not about scriptures or rituals. This video is about something far more dangerous. Knowing, because belief is easy, but knowing demands awareness, silence, and the courage to stand alone. If God exists, then God must be experienced, not accepted, not repeated, not inherited. In this video, we explore why truth is not found by believing but only by knowing. Watch carefully, because this journey does not give answers. It takes away illusions. Humanity made a fundamental mistake at the very beginning of its spiritual journey. Instead of seeking the truth, it chose to believe in it. Belief is easy, knowing is difficult. Belief requires no transformation. Knowing demands a complete inner revolution. This is why belief became popular and knowing remained rare. Belief is borrowed. It comes from parents, society, scriptures, and traditions. A borrowed truth can never become a living reality. It may comfort the mind, but it cannot awaken consciousness. What is borrowed sits only on the surface. It never reaches the depths where real transformation happens. When someone says they believe in God, they are often repeating words taught to them long before they were capable of understanding. This belief was planted before awareness matured. As a result, belief becomes habit, not insight. Habit creates security, but security creates stagnation. And stagnation has nothing to do with truth. Knowing is dangerous. It shakes the foundations of the personality. It destroys all false certainties. That is why belief feels safe. It allows a person to live without questioning. It provides ready-made answers and protects the ego from discomfort. But truth does not protect the ego. Truth dissolves it. Belief asks for obedience. Knowing asks for awareness. Belief demands surrender to ideas. Knowing demands surrender of ignorance. The difference is subtle, but its impact is enormous. A believer follows, a knower discovers. Belief creates a God in the mind. Knowing reveals a reality beyond the mind. The mind can imagine, describe, and define, but it cannot touch what is eternal. God as a belief is a thought. God as knowing is an experience. Thought is noise. Experience is silence. Most religious people live in fear. Fear of sin, fear of punishment, fear of hell. Their God becomes a judge, always watching, always ready to punish. This fear is not spiritual, it is psychological conditioning. Fear never leads to truth. It only creates obedience and guilt. Knowing dissolves fear. When something is known directly, fear disappears. Fear exists only in imagination. When consciousness touches its own depth, there is nothing to be afraid of. Life is no longer divided into sacred and sinful. Everything becomes an expression of the same existence. Belief lives in the past. It depends on ancient books, old stories, and inherited doctrines. Knowing lives in the present. It does not depend on history. Truth is not old. Truth is always new. It exists only now. If God exists, then God exists now. Not in scriptures, not in memories, not in promises of the future, but in this very moment. Belief postpones truth. Knowing encounters it immediately. Belief closes inquiry. The moment someone says, I believe, the search ends. Knowing begins with the courage to say, I do not know. This admission is revolutionary. It breaks the false image of wisdom and opens the door to real intelligence. To know means to be ready to stand alone. Society rewards belief because it creates conformity. Knowing creates individuality, and individuality is dangerous to systems built on control. That is why those who know are often misunderstood, opposed, or even condemned. Belief requires no inner silence. Knowing demands it. Noise cannot perceive the subtle. A restless mind cannot see what is beyond thought. Only when the mind becomes quiet does reality reveal itself. This silence cannot be forced. It arises naturally when observation deepens, watching thoughts without choosing, without judging, without following. Gradually, the observer becomes more prominent than the thoughts. In that space, something timeless is felt. This is not imagination. It is not faith. It is not belief. It is direct perception, like feeling the warmth of the sun. No belief is required. Experience is enough. Belief divides. It creates religions, sects, and conflicts. Each belief claims superiority. Knowing unites. It sees the same essence everywhere. Different languages, different symbols, same reality. A believer asks others to agree. A knower invites others to explore. Belief needs defense. Knowing needs no protection. Truth does not argue. It shines. The journey from belief to knowing begs.